Morning, this is Chris with our next in our tire side chat series. Really excited. Yesterday I figured out how to do a screen capture with audio, that is narration, and so going to be going through some of the utilities that I use to clean up computers. Hopefully you can glean some interesting information, some useful information to help you keep your computer in top running condition. And so we're going to start today with CCleaner, which is the first thing I run on every single computer that I clean up. Well, it's not the first thing I run. See, I always get ahead of myself. I always check the hard drive and the memory first. Because if those two things are good, the computer is probably in good operating condition. If either one of those things doesn't pass its diagnostic test, and then we know we have problems. So anyway, the first utility that I always run is CCleaner. So we're going to take a look at CCleaner. We're going to see how it works, see some of the functions, get not too in-depth with it, but by the time we're finished, you'll be able to run it, you'll be confident running it, and you'll know why you're running it. So let's get on to the next phase of this video. Hello there. Let's start taking a look at CCleaner. Now, this video is going to cover relatively short amount of material. What we're going to do is we're going to find CCleaner on the World Wide Web. We're going to download CCleaner onto our computer, and then we are going to install CCleaner onto our computer. So the first thing we want to do is open up our web browser. I use Google Chrome, but you can use any browser that you'd like. I won't think any less of you, believe me. I think they're all pretty much equal. I've just found Chrome to be the easiest to use thus far. So I'm set up for the default Google search page that you get when you don't make any changes to how Chrome comes straight out of the box. So I'm going to enter CCleaner, C-C-L-E-A-N-E-R, into my search. I'm going to hit enter, and Google is going to return some search results. Looking at these results, you may find that, generally speaking, Google will return ad-supported results first, and they will usually delineate those by having it's been a little green box with ad printed in the middle of it. Somewhere, if you follow my cursor, somewhere in the little paragraph that shows the link and the web address and little information and all this builds version history and all these things. I have not gotten any of those ad supported or paid for results. So I'm simply going to first look at the web address, because my interest is that I go to the publisher web address when I'm downloading any kind of program off the internet. Now, I know for a fact that www.puriform.com is the website of the publisher of CCleaner. So I don't have to worry about trying to figure out who the publisher of CCleaner is, because I already know. Now, if I didn't know, I would do a Google search first of publisher of CCleaner so that I could find that information out. When you're downloading anything off the internet, you really do want to download it if it's possible, and 95% of the time it will be. You want to download that program from the publisher's website. That is just a general rule of thumb I've always followed, and I believe it keeps me away from 95% or more of the adware and spyware that's out there. So I know Puriform.com is the publisher website of CCleaner, and now you do too. So now you don't have to go through that search process to find out who the publisher is. You already know, because I've just told you. Now we look at the title here, and we see CCleaner free download Puriform. That sounds pretty good. And we look at the web address, and we see it's www.puriform.com/CCleaner/download. Well, that looks promising. Looking at that web address, it seems to me that it's
if we click on this link, it's going to lead us directly to a page where we can download CCleaner. So let's left click on that. I'm feeling lucky. Here we go. So we see that it is in fact the download page for CCleaner, and we have 3 results here. We have CCleaner Free, CCleaner Professional, CCleaner Professional Plus. Without getting into the advantages of the paid versions here, and there are some, but we're on a budget, right? And we do not want to spend money on programs until we are sure of their value. And that's another thing you want to think about when you're downloading things off the internet. I think it's always better to go ahead and get the free version of anything first. See if it works for you. See if it does what you'd like it to do. And then if it does, then explore whatever paid versions might be available. So we are going to go with CCleaner Free. It says it does these 2 things, which is, I mean, if we look in the other columns, we see all these green check marks, but we really don't know. And I used we as in you. We really don't know if these things are going to be valuable to you, or even if CCleaner does each one of these things better than any other program. But we do know, because I'm letting you know, because from my experience, that CCleaner Free does do what it's supposed to do, and it does do it well. These 2 things, faster computer, privacy protection. That's what we're after right now. Remember, we are after the first utility that you turn to when you want to clean up your computer. And so I'm just letting you know that this is the best first step. And so CCleaner Free fulfills that first step. So we are going to go down here, we're going to highlight download. We're going to place our cursor over download, and we are going to left click. And we can see that if we look down in the lower left hand corner of the screen, the download is already done. And now we have a signal that the download is complete. It's been checked by the antivirus. And so we're going to left click on that. And here we go, CCleaner Installer. User account control wants to know. It says, hey, do you really want to run this? Are you sure? And of course we say yes, because that's what we want. And so the installer does its thing. We see we have all these little links here: view license agreement, view privacy policy, customize. You can easily and safely ignore all of that. Put your cursor over install and install. As you can see, it doesn't take very long to install this, even on relatively slow computers. Shouldn't take more than a minute. And of course, if you have a fairly fast one like mine, you see it took like 5 seconds. If you want to view the release notes, you can. Don't see much value in doing that right now. So we will uncheck that checkbox, and we will left click on Run CCleaner. And there's the program. So we have successfully done what we set out to do in this video. We have found CCleaner using a search engine. We have downloaded CCleaner, and we have successfully installed CCleaner. And so next time we will get into, let me maximize this window real quick. We will get into the options here, the categories: cleaner, registry tools, options, upgrade, all of these little bitty check boxes. Do you need to be scared of them? No, not really. Not at all. CCleaner, the next time CCleaner screws up a computer I've worked on will be the first time. It's a very, very safe program, but we do want to explore what all these options are running down the left-hand pane of this screen. But that is for another video and another day. So if you have any questions about what we've just been through, please ask a question. Please like and subscribe my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you.